This is my 1988 and a half Lamborghini Countach, and it has a crazy backstory. Now, a lot of you know something is off on it already because it's red on red. Countaches were not red on red, they were white on red, white on white, red on white, red on tan, red on black. They had lots of different color combinations. I've never seen a red on red, at least from the late 80s. This is an 88 and a half. Now, this has a crazy story to go along with that color combination. This car is not originally red. This car was originally white. And here are the pictures to go with it. So this car was originally a US version white on red car with white rims, as you can see. Now, in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was stolen. Now, there's also a rumor that someone from the show, The Biggest Loser or something like that, owned this car. I haven't been able to confirm that, but the car was stolen. It was driven over a curb, and minor damage was done right there in front of the left rear wheel. So, because of that, this is actually a salvage car as well. Now, I might have gotten a very, very, very slight discount because of that. I paid $500,000 for this car in 2022. But I talked to a lot of people in the Countach world about its value, about being a salvage car, about its history, and the consensus from everybody was that doesn't really hurt its value. It might even add to it a little bit because of the story, because of what happened. And the paint job is immaculate. It was an amazing job. It wasn't, a crazy Mako job by any means. And I actually love the red on red. I wouldn't mind if it was white either, but I think the red on red is just incredibly cool. It kind of makes, the Countach is the craziest car ever produced, in my opinion. And red on red just fits it being crazy to a T. So it doesn't bother me. It might bother some other people. I absolutely love it. But I did have to jump through some hoops to get it registered in Colorado because of that salvage title. It now has a New Jersey tag and then a Colorado tag. Had to have it inspected and go through quite a bit. It took a while to finally get it registered. But how it became red was after it was stolen, hit the curb, the owner didn't want it. They just turned it in for insurance money. So that's why it became a salvage title, even though you can see it's pretty minor damage. The person who bought it owned a truck, semi, diesel kind of auto body shop, from what I heard. He always wanted a red Countach. He probably got an amazing deal on this car, bought it, fixed it, then painted it red in the early 2000s. So probably about 20 years ago, maybe a little more than that. And so that is how we came up with this red on red combo. You can see it used to have the American bumpers on it, and I did put this kind of custom bumper on it I just love the contrast of the black trim on the Countach. That's why I didn't want a black car, because I love the black vents, the black side gills, mirrors, and most of them have a body color bumper in front. I wanted black. So I had this custom made, and kind of a throwback to the Periscopas, and then the Walter Wolf Countach had that too. So it's a little different than what you'll see today. And then like I was saying, the original American bumper is all in there, and we had two more of these on back. We've got our tires, and speaking of tires, that's something else that is kind of a cool story too, in that when I bought this car, it had 27-year-old tires. I bought new tires. It's one of the first things I did. Well, when those tires were being put on, they took off the old tires. The front rim was extremely bent, really badly bent. And the first time I drove this car, it was with the old tires, and it was pretty wobbly, a little bit scary. I was kind of like, oh man, what did I get myself into buying a Countach? These things are junk. Well, it's because it had 27-year-old tires and a bent rim is why it was driving so poorly. Well, it was bent so badly, no tire shops could fix it. Had to order a new rim, which we got after putting on the tires and the new rim. It drives amazing, no wobbles, very solid, just so much fun to drive. Well, I'm just wondering if that rim was bent from driving over that curb when it was stolen so long ago, and they never fixed it, and it really hasn't been driven a ton. It's got 22,000 kilometers, which is like 12,000 miles. So maybe that bent rim is still from that little incident so many years ago. I have the old tires from the person who put those tires on, but I don't have the rim, and I was really hoping to get that rim back. And I actually, after doing this video, I'm like, I need to email them. So I'm going to see if I can get that rim. They should still have it, hopefully. I don't know what they would do with it, but I want to get that rim because that would be kind of a cool piece of history to have with the car as well. So that's the story on my 88.5 salvage title Lamborghini Countach that's red on red.